And now it's time for What's Hot. We talk about the stories that have everyone talking.
We are joined today by Stephanie Brown, owner of Je Suis Talent Incorporated, and Tracy Johnson of the Commercial Association of Realtors. A United Airlines pilot flushed bullets down a toilet on board a flight to Germany. Pilots are allowed to carry a gun on domestic flights, but not on international ones. Officials say the pilot did not have a gun, but he realized during that flight there was ammunition in his bag. You're not allowed to flush bullets down the toilet, so should he face any punishment for this action?
You know, I look at the facts of the case. You know, this guy made what I think was an honest mistake, but I think he handled it incorrectly. I think he should have probably gone to either his co-pilot or called it in to say, hey, listen, I screwed up, I had some ammo, what should I do with this? I think in all fairness, he probably wouldn't have, raised many eyebrows. So I think this just complicates things, but he's an experienced pilot. I think he's going to go without being punished, and I don't think he should face any punishment anyway.
I completely agree, but I think that some punishment should be there. I mean, he is an experienced pilot. You have to work your way up to being an international pilot, and to make such a juvenile, kid-like decision. I mean, we're all on edge when we go on our flights. We're hoping that we land safely, and that's like the kid, hiding the cookies under the sofa when his mom comes in the room. You know better. You're an adult. If you realize that you have some ammunition somewhere and you know that's going to put people on edge, tell someone. Don't wait till you land in Germany thinking that, oh, the Germans are a lot more strict, so now I better fess up to it because the stewardess is the one who found everything. I mean, come on, be a grown-up. You realize something was wrong, and all you have to do is tell someone, radio in to whom you ever need to do, on what side you ever need to be on, and then get it taken care of. I just kind of think that that was poor judgment, and if he makes that judgment on that one, would he make another stupid judgment with me on the plane flying a seven-hour flight?
I think United might have to punish him, though, because this is out now. The decision he made the mistake. Don't fault him for that. It's his decision-making after the mistake, which I think we all agree on.
Exactly.
I think if he had done the right thing, as Stephanie mentioned, making the phone call, we wouldn't be talking about this, but now we are because he flushed the bullets down the toilet.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, what he was trying to do is distance himself from the ammunition because he knew that was wrong. I just don't think.
But that's a wrong choice too.
I think it was an honest mistake. I just don't think he should be punished.
Not flushing them down the toilet.
I mean,
that wasn't an honest mistake.
I mean, honest mistake, but it's now a judgment call. And this person has
How do you handle
lives.
that mistake?
Yeah, this person has our lives in his hands, and if he makes that judgment on this, and he's that scared, then I'm not so sure. Maybe he needs a little training or a little update on some of his procedures before he continues.
I would fly on a plane with this guy. He's an experienced pilot. He does know the difference between right and wrong. He probably didn't think anything of it. Who's going to go through the garbage? Maybe that's what he was thinking, but I think it was an honest mistake. Someone went through the loo
because they found them.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna stop there because we've got a lot more coming up. We will reveal the viewer's choice topic of the day.
And Don Milan is back. He's got another look at a pretty good forecast. More of What's Hot. We've got our viewer's choice topic of the day.
And again, we're joined by Stephanie Brown and Tracy Johnson. Today's viewer's choice topic: a Michigan judge sends 3 children to the juvenile detention center for refusing to spend time with their father. The judge says that the children went against her order to allow their father to be a part of their lives. This is a strong one. What is your thoughts on this?
Well, it's interesting when you look at what was said and how the court proceedings were handled. It sounds like the judge was really, really hard on these kids. Even during the court proceedings, he was saying things like, they were ungrateful and you're inconsiderate. And I mean, it seemed very odd, but this is all recorded in the case hearings. I wonder, though, what was the mother's influence in all of this? Because you're hearing these things and these kids and their reactions for saying, no, I'm not going to go see my father. I don't want to see my father. Where is this coming from? I think the punishment was way too harsh.
I actually agree with you, and I think I read even further, and it said that the judge accused the kids of being brainwashed. But if the kids are brainwashed, they're just kids. Instead of being so harsh and punishing them, maybe have them do 3 months of counseling and actually peel back that banana and find out what's going on. What are the family dynamics? Did the father actually abuse the mom? And if so, then what that relationship will now look like for those kids. Of course, kids are going to in general, be loyal to their mother, but then you also have to kind of see if the mother is influencing any thoughts. And in order to set these kids up to be great adults, instead of punishing them and making them more mad and associating that juvenile camp or whatever they have to go to, detention center, with their father, which is going to make them even more angry, then you do something to kind of get to the core of what is going on so that they can go on and forgive or live or know that their father is out there and that they may have to spend a little time with them. But
I think one of the children is like 6 or 9. I mean, how are you sending them away to this facility? And the judge, I mean, she was very harsh to that younger child, and they can't even comprehend all of that. I like Stephanie's idea about the counseling, because there's obviously a lot going on here that needs to be sorted out, and having them sit in some type of a detention center is not going to do that.
Well, and even another solution might be, if there really is something going on and this father is abusive and these children have a reason to be scared of their father, that should be sorted out in the courts and the custody. And I mean, there are cases like that, and they should get to the bottom of it. But this just seemed very unfair, and I think we're looking at all the facts. So it's just very odd, and I haven't heard of this happening before, and I hope no children have to go through this.
Yeah, hopefully there's a solution. Let's move on to our lightning round. Which would you rather have?
No, this is easy.
Leaked on the internet? Nude photos or your financial information? A MasterCard survey found 55% of people would rather have nude pictures leaked. Data security has become a big concern for most people. What would you rather have leaked? The average person is not going to pay attention to your financial information. They are going to pay attention to those pictures.
Yes,
you guys, I'm totally. First of all, this is a great would you rather. I mean, you get a lot of insight on people, but I'm like fiercely kind of guarded when it comes to my personal stuff. You could totally see a nude picture of me. I would not care.
That's not your personal stuff,
right?
Well, you know what? I kind of feel like everyone's seen a nude person before. It's like they forget, but if you know how much I make, if you have all of access to all of my credit cards and my money, I just feel vulnerable.
Shannon, you said this was easy.
No, you can look at my financial records, because you know what? I can always get rid of debt. I can always improve my financial status. But one thing I may not be able to improve is that picture you saw of me stark naked
in your brain.
Yes, and just imagine walking into your favorite restaurant, walking on the Summerfest grounds, knowing that there are about 10,000 people that know what your behind look like.
But they don't care. They've seen tens of thousands of them.
You'll say that until they make a shirt of you, Stephanie.
I'm really surprised at this answer. First of all, I pick option C. But
that's not allowed. That's not allowed.
Okay, I'd rather have my PIN number out there. But what, you know, my way of thinking about this is that I think many of us have encountered maybe a data breach, or where our credit card's been compromised. We have a way out of that. People are kind of used to that. And so, you know, I feel like I'm surprised that 55% of people would rather have a nude picture.
Me too. I'd rather leave it to the imagination. And on that note, if you want to think about any of us in the buff, or you want to think about our financial situations, you continue the conversation with our hot topics online at TMJ4.com. But there won't be any pictures.
Just don't email us for the picture.